and welcome to Mental, the music quiz show where the contestants make up the questions whilst I stand here prodding the Wu-Tang Clan with a rolled-up mouse mat. Just being mental. Now, some of you may not have travelled to the weird and wonderful shores of Mental before, so here's a quick tour around the rules and customs of this strange isle. Each contestant chooses one of the subjects from the menu board and nominates another player to ask him a question about that artist. Get it right, you wolf yourself 10 points. Get it wrong, those 10 points get horsed by your opponent. Now, you don't need to know the answer, but if you reckon he's the Lord of Bluff Manor and doesn't really know the answer to his own question, then you can reverse it for a bonus of 15 points either way. Now, here tonight to keep an eye on all the important quiz show ingredients of fair play and factual correctness are two men who are qualified by looking passably studious and sombre. It's our music experts, Pete Shapiro and Paul Anderson. Cheers. Now, Paul, if thrash metal were London and whimsical boy band banality was Aberdeen, where on the map of music would you live?
Dunno. Cambridge?
Cambridge? Oh, you idiot. The traffic is terrible there. They've got nowhere to park. They've got a complete towaway policy, you know what I mean? If you leave your car somewhere it's not supposed to be, they'll take your car away. Ridiculous. Anyway, if this be a quiz, then strike me dead if there be not a prize.
Well, you're not dead yet, Ian, because we'll breathe music into your veins via this little lifesaver, a top-of-the-range music stereo system. Cancel that ambulance.
I used to dream of being a really great artist. OK, let's meet today's contestants. Gang, please introduce yourself briefly and tell us what kind of music you're into.
Hi, I'm Susie and I like indie.
Hi, I'm Ajan. I'm into EBM, trance and hard house.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm into Appalachian folk music and Swedish reggae.
Hang on, so we've got to stop there. Swedish reggae? Well, say no more. Move on, Mel.
Hi, I'm Mel. I like punk, metal and dance.
Hello, I'm Phil, and I particularly like the music of Barbara Streisand.
Oh, I'm Spoon, and I'm into Frank Sinatra and the Revolting Cocks.
Fantastic. Let's become mental. Let's have a look at the categories. They are the Pixies, Groove Armada, Billy Piper, Busta Rhymes, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Star Sailor, The Monkees and Boyzone. Susie, we'll start with you. A category and someone to ask you about it, please.
Can I have Star Sailor and Phil?
Which London venue did Star Sailor start doing acoustic gigs?
Astoria?
No.
What would you say it was, Phil?
I reckon it's the Heavenly Social Inn.
Experts. I love you so much. Have you got an answer?
Well, it certainly wasn't the Astoria, but they did play at the Heavenly Social.
A round of applause, Phil. You got 10 points. Fantastic work. Excellent. Jane, it's your turn. A category someone to ask you, please.
I'd like to be asked a question about the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'd like to be asked by Nick.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Which track on Mother's Milk was inspired by the death of their guitarist Hillel Slovak?
I'm going to reverse that question.
It's been sent back with a magic Red Hot Chili Pepper mirror. Nick, what's the answer?
Knock Me Down.
Let's have a look with the experts. Is that correct?
It's absolutely right.
Fantastic. You got yourself 15 points, Nick. Well done for reversal. And Nick, it's your turn. A category and someone to ask you, please.
I'll take the Pixies and Mel.
Mel, question about the Pixies.
OK. In one of their songs, what went to heaven?
A monkey.
Yeah.
Now, that was easy. Let's have a little bit of a boo for Mel, because that was easy.
Oh.
Boo. Round of applause for Nick for getting it, though. Well done. But Mel, they booed you there, and that was nasty. I did encourage that. If you can answer this next one right, you'll get a massive cheer. Pick a category and someone to ask you.
Busta Rhymes and Susie. What record label is Busta Rhymes signed to? Reverse. I don't know.
You don't got no idea. A round of applause for Mel then. 15 points. Successful reversal. Hey, and a lot of cheers there. You deserve that, Mel. Well passed back. Experts.
Electra.
What?
Electra.
What? What?
You heard me.
Crikey. All right, fine. That's the answer. But let's move on. Phil.
Can I have a question on Billy Piper?
Yes.
Asked me by Spoon.
Lovely.
Her older brother plays drums, or used to play drums in a band. Who are they?
I'd like to reverse that.
Git. Oh, I don't suppose she has got an older brother who plays drums in a band, not as far as I know.
No, so basically, yeah, Just basically, you made all of those facts up, did you?
Yeah,
to try and
well, they
trick
weren't
Phil?
facts, were they?
They weren't facts at all. So I think what we're going to have to do, that's if it's made up, Phil, you got yourself 15 points for a successful reversal to a made-up question. Well done, Phil. Fantastic. Excellent. OK, Spoon, You've got the Monkeys, Groove Armada and Boyzone.
I'll have the Monkeys, and I'll ask Iain, please.
How many #1 singles do the Monkeys have?
In the UK or the US?
In the UK.
I am turning that around.
he's turning it around.
I'm going to hazard a guess and say 7.
How many what?
#1 single.
I reckon they only had one UK #1 with I'm a Believer, is that correct?
I'm a believer.
You, sir.
Fantastic, I get the points, and so do you, Spoon, good work. So do you. Incidentally, the woman who lives next door to me told me that she'd slept with one of the Monkeys, you know, the big one with the hat on. I was quite impressed until I realised that she was actually a zookeeper. OK, let's have a look at the scores. Susie, you've got 0. Jane, you've got 0. Nick's on 25. Mel's on 15. Phil's on 25. Spoon's on 15. Lower your M's. Let's have a look at the categories. Crikey, that was quite aggressive. Let's have a look at the categories for this bit. Bloodhound Gang, Fleetwood Mac, The Stranglers, Beck, Coldplay, Aerosmith, Korn and the Happy Monday. Spoon, we'll start with you, a category and someone to ask you.
I'll have the Happy Mondays, and I'll ask Susie.
Susie, question about the Happy Mondays.
What is the dancer in Happy Mondays called?
Bez.
It was called Bears, you got 10 points. Fantastic, round of applause. Spoon. Spoon, calm down, man. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Get a lot of tension and aggression from this. Who have you got behind there? That's not fair. Anyway, Phil, your turn, a category and someone to ask you about it.
Can I have a question on Coldplay asked to me by Asian, please?
Of course.
In 2001, how many Brit Awards did Coldplay win?
I think it was 4.
Is that the answer?
I have no idea.
You've no idea. I thought it was 3, but what do I know about a bunch of whinging girls like that? Let's go to the boffins.
They won 3. It was Best British Band, Best British Album and Best Radio Session.
Fantastic, AJ. You got 10 points. Well done. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Mel, it's your turn. Would you pick a category and someone to ask you, please?
Korn and Spoon.
Who's the lead singer of Korn?
Jonathan Davies.
The audience sighed with despair at that. Well done, you got yourself 10 points. Fantastic, excellent work. Excellent work. OK, Nick, it's your turn. You've got Bloodhound Gang, Fleetwood Mac, The Stranglers, Beck and Aerosmith.
I'll have the Stranglers and Mel.
Let's have a question on The Stranglers.
Okay, name their first release.
On single or album?
On single.
Their first single release, Nick?
Yeah.
If you think she doesn't know it, you can send it back. Maybe she's bluffing.
Yeah, I think I'll reverse it.
I know it. No, I don't. I don't got
Oh, you don't know it, Nick. You got yourself 15 points. We go to the experts in Expert Corner. What's the answer?
It's Get a Grip on Yourself, 1977.
I'll do my best and I'll sort that out after the show. That's my own personal problem. But what's the answer? He's really bored me. Oh, fantastic. Well done. You got yourself 15 points. Excellent work. OK, moving on. Oh, I don't believe it. Jane, it's your turn. Would you pick a category and someone to ask you, please?
I'm going to choose Beck, and I'd like Phil to ask me a question on it.
Phil, a question on Beck.
What stage did Beck play on at Reading Festival last year?
In 2000, what stage did Beck play on at the Reading Festival?
The main stage.
Phil?
It was the main stage, yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
You've got yourself 10 points. Fantastic. Excellent work. Excellent work. Susie, you've got Fleetwood Mac, the Bloodhound Gang or Aerosmith?
Well, can I ask Nick a question on Fleetwood Mac?
Nick, you've got to give us the question, away you go.
What was the name of the original guitarist with Fleetwood Mac who left due to mental problems?
Peter Green.
It was Peter Green. I was surprised you got it because you're lady. Well done. Fantastic. Let's have a look at the scores at the end of that round and we can see, oh my word, there's going to be trouble. Susie's on 10, Jane's on 20, Nick's on 40, Mel's on 25, Phil's on 25, Spoon's on 25. So at the end of round 1, we've got to say goodbye to Jane and Susie. Take care. Go on. Bye-bye. See you later. Go on. Now, Paul Anderson here is one of our brace of music experts, but he's also a black belt 3rd Dan at cross-break trivia teasing. Paul, perhaps you could show us a move or two. Please begin your cross-break trivia tease.
In self-defence only, Ian. Ahead of those ads, here are those exponents of big sound and huge hair, The Cure with 1989's Lullaby. I want you to tell me which classic novel inspired the band's Killing an Arab a decade earlier.
I know there's nothing I can do. I realize we're flying. The start I'm having comes closer now, closer to the foot of your bed.
Welcome back to Mental, the music quiz show where the contestants quiz each other on music and I make the fuselage for a wax plane out of Jerry's shedded fat. Not really, I was just being mental. Now, Paul, before the break, you cruelly poked our audience with the trivia stick, didn't you? Give us the answer. I'm going to come over there and sort you out once and for all.
I certainly did, Ian. I asked you whether you could remember which piece of literature inspired Robert Smith to pen the Cure classic, Killing an Arab. Place both hands on the fantasy Booker Prize if you named L'étranger by Albert Camus.
I'm speechless. In the second round, our four remaining hopefuls are treated to 8 scrumptious new subjects from which they can choose to ask or be asked a question. Contestants may nominate whoever they want as often as they want and can, of course, still reverse. It sounds an uphill struggle, but the view of Prize Valley from the top is certainly quite amazing.
Well, Ian, if it's a view you're after, then let's hope you can see just as well with your ears. What's that great smell? I'll tell you, it's a top-of-the-range music stereo system.
I don't know why we let your dad do that job, because he's not very good, I'll be honest. OK, let's get into round 2. Here are the categories. They are Cypress Hill, songs about doctors; Muse, 80s guitar bands; Led Zeppelin, hit TV themes; The Cure, teen idols. Spoon, we'll start with you. Pick a category and someone to ask or be asked.
Certainly, Ian. I'll have 80s guitar bands, please. I'll let Mel ask me.
No, a question if you can.
Yes. What 80s guitar band reached number 2 in 1981? Of the single charts.
Spoon! Which band got number 2 in the 80s
yeah,
with guitars?
I think I'll take a chance and reverse that.
OK, it's been sent back.
Really?
Mel, what was it?
Big Air.
You're talking so... Spoon, you got 15 points for reversal. I've got no idea what's happening in Mel's world there, but you got no points for it. Spoon, 15 points. Excellent stuff. Fantastic. Phil, it's your turn. A category and someone to ask or be asked.
Can I have hit TV themes? And I would like to ask a question to Nick.
Away you go.
And the question is, which band backed up Dennis Waterman on the theme tune to Minder?
That is a brilliant question. There's no doubt about it. If I had a hat, I'd be taking it off right now.
I want to say Chaz and Dave.
Say it, man, if you want to say it.
Chaz and Dave.
Is that your answer?
Yeah.
Phil?
That's wrong, I'm afraid. Ian.
What is the correct answer,
It's
Phil?
Kenny and the Bump.
Now you said it out loud, I think it is
Yeah.
Kenny in the Bump, isn't it? Let's go over to the experts. I know for a fact, Pete Shapiro, I could be so good for you, love you like you want me to. Pete Shapiro, is that the answer?
I'm afraid we have that as the Dennis Waterman band.
Kenny and the Bump was a... Kenny was a band and the Bump was a single.
Nick, you said Chaz and Dave. It definitely wasn't Nick. Phil, you still got 10 points. It doesn't matter who did it. You got yourself 10 points.
OK, thank you.
OK, Mel, it's your turn. A category and someone to ask or be asked, please.
Cypress Hill. I'll ask Spoon. Name the lead singer of Cypress Hill.
Yeah, go on.
Captain Bong.
Captain Bong. Mel, is it Captain Bong?
It's Be Real.
That's a motto, isn't it? Is it Be Real? Be Real. It's Be Real. You got yourself 10 points, Mel. Fantastic. Excellent work. Although, Captain Bong, if you're playing a gig anywhere near North London soon, please give me a call. Nick?
Can I take Led Zeppelin, please? I'll ask Phil what Led Zepp album is The Crunge on.
He's called them Led Zepp, so he must know a lot about them, because only fans know that's the abbreviation. What album is The Crunge on?
I've got no idea, but I'm not going to reverse it because you get more points.
Yeah, exactly. You've worked it out.
I'm going to say Stairway to Heaven. I don't even know if it's an album, but...
It's not an album, Phil, but don't matter.
I'm
You've not
sorry.
embarrassed yourself too much. Nick, what's the answer?
I think it's Houses of the Holy, isn't it?
Boffins from Boffin Corner. Just tell me the answer. Is he correct? Rock on, my friend. Rock on, Nick. 10 points. Fantastic. OK. Boy, oh, boy. Let's have a quick look at the scores. Nick's on 50. Mel and Phil are on 35. Spoon's on 40. Nick, it's your turn again. Songs about doctors, my favourite. Muse, The Cure, teen idols. Pick a category, Nick.
I'll take The Cure.
Mm-hmm.
And I will ask Mel.
A little bit of picking on Mel, I think, because we don't think she's very good. That's
What was the Cure single Killing an Arab, the double A side of?
So what was on the other A side, the other side of Killing an Arab?
Don't know, pictures of you.
If my mind can go back that far, I think it's 10:15 on a Saturday night.
Well, Spoon is an old man and he's nodding like it's correct. Let's go to the experts.
It's 10:15 Saturday night.
Well done. Nick, you got 10 points. Well done. OK, Mel, it's your turn. Another category. Someone to ask or be asked, please.
News. Yeah, I'll ask the... don't know. Phil, about
Made a lost
news.
impression.
Mel, OK, Mel, away you go. You can be asking you.
I didn't get a clue about this band. As of May 2001, what was the name of their album?
Can I reverse that?
Mel, I think you might have given it away by saying I know nothing about this band before you ask the question.
It's Showbiz, I'm not sure.
Is it Showbiz? It is. Well done. She called your bluff. 15 points to Mel. She snuck through there. Phil, it's your turn. A category, songs about doctors or teen idols.
Teen idols. And I would like to ask a question to Spoon.
Away you go.
Who is the man in America that produces or puts together teen idol bands?
Oh, the man that puts together all the teen idol bands.
I have no idea. I'll turn it around.
It's Lou Pearlman.
Lou Pearlman certainly put together one or two in his time, hasn't he? You've got yourself 15 points. Nice work. Nice work. Spoon, songs about doctors.
I'll pick Phil.
OK, let's see what the question is.
Who recorded Doctor Doctor in the early 80s?
Dr. Feelgood.
Nice, sir.
Go on, tell him it's the Thompson twins. Go
It's
on.
the Thompson twins.
It's the Thompson twins, you silly sausage. Spoon, you got 10 points. Fantastic. Excellent stuff. Wow, man. Oh, we look at this dangerous stage. We can see Spoon, Phil and Mel are even Stevens with 50 points each, so let's break all diplomatic ties with a tie break. I'll give you three, a category and one examples in turn. The category this time is artists connected with, oh my God, the garden. For example, the Screaming Trees or Rose Royce. Spoon, we start with you. Artists connected with the garden.
Shed 7.
Phil.
The Beatles.
Yes, Mel.
Guns N' Roses.
Spoon.
The Yardbirds.
Oh, yeah, Phil.
The Lemonheads.
Mel.
House Martins, because birds in the garden.
And also the trees.
Yes. OK, Phil.
The Birds.
Yes, Mel.
Lulu. It's a flower. There's a flower called Lulu.
Do you mean the flower, the lupin?
No, there's a flower called Lulu.
Experts, get onto the flower directory. Mel, I'm afraid we're going to have to say goodbye to you at the moment. But stay there for a second. We're still carrying on with Spoon and Phil. Spoon.
The Flower Pot Men.
It's a long shot. Dane Bowers, if you've got a big...
OK, at the end of round two, we have to kick out Phil and Mel. Pete, these guys must be gutted to get so far and then have to walk away with nothing.
Fair enough, but it's better than surviving a jungle plane crash and living in fear of scorpions.
Which you've done?
Many times.
Pete, you talk a lot of sense, and I'm sure it's been of a comfort to these people. Phil, Mel, God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye. Here we are in the final round with our two surviving contestants. Spoon has got 50 points, Nick has got 60 points. The final throws up 6 subjects at random, and if our 2 mental cases still can't be separated after these, then we'll let loose the sudden death categories. In the final, players have but 7 seconds to ask a question, but they can do this. They can use the music brain card to double their points in the correct answer. This passport to riches can be used just once, you two, so use it wisely. So for the last time today, let's become mental and look at the first category, which is thus. The Verve. Spoon, it's your turn. Come up with a question. 7 seconds starting now.
The Verve were formerly known under a different name and had to change their name due to a record company objecting. What was their previous name?
Can I reverse this?
You can send it back, yeah, if you want.
They were known as Verve.
So they just added the.
True. First 2 albums were Verve.
I don't distrust you, but I don't know that for a fact. Nick doesn't know that for a fact. Music experts, is that true?
It's absolutely true. It was a conflict with a jazz label called Verve.
Fantastic. 15 points, Spoon. Well done. Very, very nice. OK. Moving on apace. The next category is Beach Boys. OK, Nick.
Name the 2 dead members of the Beach Boys.
Oh, that hurts me to say that question because I love them both. But Spoon, the 2 dead men from the Beach Boys.
I'm going to reverse that.
Dennis Wilson and Carl Wilson.
It is Dennis Wilson, the drummer, Carl Wilson, the guitarist. 15 points, Nick. Well done. Fantastic. Excellent stuff. OK, the next category is... Spoon, it's your turn again. 7 seconds to come up with a question on protest songs.
Which Bob Dylan song did Neil Young and Crazy Horse cover on their World live album?
I'm gonna go for Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Spoon?
No, it was Blowing in the Wind.
Blowing in the wind. Is that why you're chuckling? Because it sounds a bit like farts and stuff. Nice work, I like it. OK, let's go to the experts. Did Neil Young and Crazy Horse do a cover of Blowin'? There's no G in it, it's an apostrophe. If that helps you at all. Blowin' in the wind.
Yeah, blowing in the wind, yeah.
Blowing in the wind, well done, fantastic, excellent work. You got yourself 10 points. OK. Next category, please. Europop. The time starts now. Let's have a question on Europop.
What was the name of Nicole's Eurovision winning song?
Nicole's Eurovision winning song. You know it. You know it.
A Little Piece.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Fantastic. You got yourself some more points. This is the 10 points you got right there. Fantastic. OK. The next category is, please, hey, the Grandmaster Flash. Any brain cards being played? Spoon is playing his brain card, making it a little bit more exciting. Spoon, let's have a question on Grandmaster Flash.
OK. What did Grandmaster Flash actually do? Well, what was his musical field of skill?
What was
What
Grandmaster
instrument did he
Flash's
play?
musical field of skill?
He wasn't the rapper, was he? He was the DJ.
Spoon?
He was a DJ.
He was the DJ. You got yourself 10 points. Excellent work. Fantastic. This is the last question of the evening. Alleluia. Here we go. The category is fun-loving criminals. Nick, you might as well play your brain card. You've not played it yet. Fun-loving criminals. Away you go, sir.
Which London venue
Oh, no!
did Fun Loving Criminals play the first gig at? Not the Fun Loving Criminals' first gig, the venue's first gig.
Was it within the last 5 years, can we say? Within the last 5 years. It's all on this. This is a really... you know, I've had some tense moments in my life through personal tragedy and heartache and things like that, but this is even tenser than some of those.
Hackney Ocean.
That's right, yeah.
Fantastic! Fantastic! Spoon, was that a guess, or were you just bluffing us?
Well, it just came to me at the last minute.
Fantastic, we have 10 points. Well, let's have a look at the scores at the end of the game tonight. We can see that, Nick, you got 85 points, well done, but tonight's winner, just with 95 points, it's Spoon. Fantastic, nice one. Unfortunately, Spoon's total is not sufficient enough to secure a place on the Champions League leaderboard, but he does go home with a stupendous music stereo system. Well done, sir. My thanks to Pete and Paul over there. I'm off now to run Cool and the Gang over on my Vespa. Really? Not really. I was just being mental, though it's quite a good idea, to be honest with you. See you later. Bye-bye.